Tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel.
Hi all, welcome to John's Battle Making. Today we got the Batmobile, the next 6 issues. But in this video we've got 3 issues, 41, 42 and 43. Excellent. You'll need the motor, which has a number 2 on its plug. And you'll need the bulkhead with the wheels. There we go. We're doing the steering rack in 41. And then we move on to the chassis for 42 and 43. So without further ado, let's have a look at the instructions. Here we have issue 41. Better on paper, this is about the comics. From Robin to Nightwing. Excellent pictures. Cracking drawings. And here we have the step-by-step instructions, the steering rack. So there we have the steering rack, that's the motor cover. Those are the 2 steering arms. So there we go, put the steering arms in place. We've already disconnected the motor from its cabling. Pop the motor into place, put the housing over the top, screw that down, and then put the steering rack over the motor. There we go, pop the 2 arms in place, and that is what we're left with. Excellent. Coming in next issue, the chassis. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. So stage 41, here we have the parts. Quite a few screws in this one. Yeah, it's stage 41. Let's have a look what we've got. There's the motor cover, UM, EM, AM and AIM. There we go. There's the rack and the steering arms. Well, basically these 2 are exactly the same. That one will go there and that one will go on that side, and we need the EM screws for these 2 arms. Okay, so what we do, pop that onto there and screw through with an EM screw. Pop some oil on that screw, of course. There we go. We'll have to, there we go, leave that a little bit free. Again, the same on this side, and there we go. Excellent. Next we need the motor, so we'll pop these 2 on the side and we'll bring the bulkhead over. And we can pop the motor onto, get that cable right. The cable still comes out that side. There we go. Position that in there, like so, and get this cover. I think it goes that way. Yeah, you see the more, whoops, open part of the bottom of that cover. Yeah. So that goes on, should go on there. Get that motor into place first. Get in. There we go. Just like that. Excellent. We need AM screws for this. Okay, let's get the first one in. There we go. That's the first one. The rack just goes over the top of the motor, and you could put some grease on it if you want, I suppose. Won't do any harm. There's the second screw. That's that. Housing nicely in place. Just keep, yeah, and cables there. See, there's some wax on that, or a bit of glue, hot glue on there, and that's come off that because the lead was too far forward. So that is what made it a little bit awkward. I'll have to test that afterwards, make sure it's working alright. Okay, next we need the steering rack, and basically the steering rack goes like that, and these swing arms will go, one will go on here, and that one will go on there. Let's see. Yep. Not easy, to be honest, but that one will go on there, and the other one will match up on the other side. There we go. I think we need screws in here and here, and AIM screws on these swing arms. So let's get a screw in first. Keep this rack in place. Doesn't matter which way you do it. Stops the rack from falling off anyway. Alright, keep that there. Now I can get the AIM screws. Okay, AIM screw and this swing arm. Keep this into place. There we go. There's the screw just there. We need another screw here and another AIM screw just here. Just there. Excellent. So first of all, we'll get this AIM screw in here. There we go, brilliant. And we just want one more screw. There we go, excellent. There we go, that's the steering rack in place, and those two swing arms. Sorry, there you go. There we go. AIM, AIM, AM. And that is nicely located in the teeth of the motor, as you can see. There you go. You might want to put some grease on that. Yep. Excellent. Let's move on to issue 42. Here we have stage 42. Go through the comics from screen to page. Oh, that one's out now, isn't it? Beautiful car. Oh, it's out next year. Cracking artwork as always. There we go. There's the chassis with WM screws and some cable tape. So basically we'll need these switches. There we go. They're labelled on them, 3 and 4 on the plugs. Pop them into place. Make sure you get the orientation right, otherwise the switch won't work. Tape them down. And that is basically it. And then coming in next issue, left side of the cage. Let's get on with the build. Here we have our biggest boxes. Let's get the parts out. There we go. There's the chassis. So you can see where the switches go, here and here. You think, and there is a little locating peg on there, which should go just here, there, and we screw it in there. I think that will fit there, and then that will depress that way. Yeah, so number 3 goes on this side. We have got number 3, yeah, and number 4 goes on that side, and we need the WM screws to tighten them two up. There we go. So long as that depresses that way, you're perfectly good. Make sure you don't break the switch either, point that in. Just a tad loose. Only needs a slight turn, I think. Yeah, that one's fine. Excellent. Now what we do with this tape is to secure the cable on here and here. Excellent. Put that there. Nice and bonny. And put that there. Lovely jubbly. There we go. That is issue or stage 42. Just make sure these depress that way and that one depresses that way. Excellent. Can't go wrong really, can we? Brilliant stuff. Let's move on to 43. Okay, doke. Stage 43. I've got a curled mag. Ooh, a cat behind the wheel. Just love this. It's fantastic. The Dark Knight Returns. There's a cracking picture Fantastic. Lovely artwork. And here we have the step-by-step instructions. We have the left side of the cage, adhesive tape and screws. We'll need LEDs for this. So we got the LEDs, which are 16. One of these. I've got the other one out for later. Yep, that's 16. That is for the next issue, 17. Put the LEDs into place, tape them down, and here we have the cage, the left hand side of the cage. It has an L on it, and we'll screw that into place. And that is that. And coming in next issue, we have the right side of the cage. Excellent. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. There we go. So we got the cockpit and we got the LEDs. Now basically we pop these LEDs into here. That one can go in there. I don't think it's a particularly tight fit, that. No, it's not. That one can go in there, and then we can bend the legs like so. Definitely have to check this afterwards. There's a little cutout there for that cable, and we can now secure that with some tape. Well, first of all, we need to get the parts out. I forgot we get the parts out. Let's have a look. There we go. There's the left side of the cage, EP screws, and here is the tape. You can tell it's coming up to Christmas and getting all into a flutter here. There we go. We need some of this tape. Right, I know what LEDs come out, but never mind. We got the first bit of tape on here. That'll help to keep that LED there, and then we can put some more tape. Hopefully holding that just there. No, see, it's come out again anyway. Excellent. There we go. So tape there and tape there. Okay, now we can put the left side of the chassis in place. Now let's see, I think that goes something, yeah, there's 3 pegs, 1, 2, 3, 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, and screw points. So I need to pop this into there like so, and the rest lines itself up, no problem. Get in there. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4 screw holes. Lovely jubbly. There goes, that one got in? Yep, it has now. I don't think that one wants to go in. That one's putting up a fight. There we go. Quite a tight fit, these bottom ones, but it's in place. So let's get the screws in. We don't need iron for this because we're going into plastic. 4 EP screws. Keeps that cable in nicely into place as well. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, them LEDs are fine now. Can test all this again if you so wish. There you can see the tape there, the LEDs, and that's the left hand side of the cage. These pop into the bottom of the cockpit, so make sure you get it dead square, otherwise it can be a bit of a fight on its hand. Excellent, that's looking brilliant. So there we go guys, there is the chassis. Yep, that looks brilliant with the 2 limit switches there and there. That's brilliant. There's the bulkhead with the steering rack in place. Yes, and the wheels are fine now. Polish them up so they look exactly the same, because one was duller than the other. And there is that left hand side of the chassis. Brilliant. Next issue is the right hand side of the chassis, and then shock absorbers. And I think we do need this piece as well, because we're going to put an LED strip in there, but that's in the next video. Anyway, that is it for this video. 41 to 43 complete. Excellent. So 44, 45 and 46 will be up next. So if you did enjoy that, give us a big thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Nearly forgot my words. You can tell it's getting Christmas. I'm getting all into a flutter here. But anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.